There's no doubt that you are an expert in the Facebook platform, but how do you package and sell the services that revolve around your expertise? That's today's video. Stay tuned. Hey, it's Al Calhoun with Coveted Consultant, and this video is about the Facebook platform. Now, you're an expert. You know that there's many different ways to use the platform. There are free methods, there are paid methods, and in fact, Facebook is adding or changing its functionality every single day. So you're in that world. You understand all of those nuances, but your challenge is in packaging your expertise in such a way where other clients are excited to buy it. So how do you do that? So let's use a couple examples, shall we? So one way of leveraging the Facebook platform is through paid advertisements, right? So if you have expertise in utilizing Facebook to do paid advertising, how might that service work? So let's think about it going backwards, right? So we know what the client wants. At the end of the day, what they want is they want paid advertisements running on their behalf, and they want someone else to do it and someone else to figure it out. So you need to get them here as quickly as possible in a way that's comfortable for them. Right? So we're doing paid ads. Now, at the end of the day, you know, you've got to be measuring something, right? You can't go, because it can't be a metric-less process. So you're clear on what metrics to measure, okay? Now let's go backwards. You've got to set up the account, right? Like you have to set up the account and the ads and make sure that everything is functioning well so that when you start measuring things, you can actually trust the measurements. So you've got to get that part set up. Going backwards. But you can't set up the account until you know what material you're actually going to put into the platform. So what ads, what copy, you know, what landing page, it's all got to be set up first, right? One step prior to that. You got to understand the client's core sales process. So if they're using the paid ads to get new clients, if they actually want money to be at the end of this process, then you got to be clear on what their existing sales process is, especially if it combines online and offline. So if they're running ads to something where someone places a phone call to buy, you got to make sure you can track all that stuff. So that's an example of what it might look like from a paid advertising perspective. Now let's look at it from an organic perspective, right? So if we're not doing paid ads, how would you help a client manage their Facebook presence? Well, typically you're managing their Facebook page, right? So what does your client want? They want someone else to manage their Facebook page without them having to worry about it or fumble with it, right? So your job is to create a service that gets them to that desired end goal. Now what you've got to do is make sure that at the end of the day, you are measuring something. So it can't just be, well, we're on your page every day. What does that mean? So they got to be, whether they are engagement metrics, whether it is views, clicks, signups, whatever their metrics are, you need to make sure that you understand what those are and you're speaking the same language. All right. So we know what we're measuring, but you can't manage the page, right, unless you are scheduling content. Like there's got to be content that happens every day, every week, every month, every 20 minutes, whatever. Scheduling that content. Take a step back. Who's creating the content? Someone's got to create the content. So if we're creating messages to go out every 20 minutes, that's a lot of content. Who's creating those links and the copy and the images, etc.? That's got to get done. One step prior to that, in order to create relevant content, you got to make sure that you understand the client's voice and tone. How do they want to communicate? How are they currently communicating on the platform? So again, there's more than one way to measure all this out, to do this. You may have incremental steps in between. All of that's fine. The real important point here is that the services that you have lead the client to exactly where they want to be before they start work. So before they sign on, before they say yes, they can step back and say, oh, I see. That's how we get to where I want to be. I'm in. And then you know on your end that you are organized to deliver on this step. You are organized to deliver on this step. You are organized to deliver on this step, and you and the client can sit down together and look at these numbers and make sure that they're flowing the way you want them to. But if the client says yes, because you laid it out cute on some web page, and then you are disorganized in how you deliver this, nobody wins. You become overwhelmed, they become disappointed, and you lose your momentum as a company. So this idea of productizing your services and building them out in this path works on two ends. One, so you can clearly describe it to your clients so they know what they're buying. And on the other end, your company knows how to deliver it. And that excellence you can repeat over and over again. I know you're an expert, so package your services so you can charge more for them. I'll see you in the next video. Hey, it's Alzay again, and I really hope you enjoyed that video. I realize that things can look really simple and clean and neat and easy when they're laid out on a whiteboard, but trying to apply these things inside your business can have their own level of frustration. So what do you do now? What are your next steps? Well, if you want to watch another video, you can. If you want to subscribe to the channel, you probably should. But if you're over the information and you want help packaging and selling your unique consulting services, there's a program that I have, and you can get information on that program via a free training available right now on this page somewhere. So again, thank you for your time for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.